Welcome, beautiful, to the Creating Change podcast with Emma Bradford. Creating change to fall back in love with ourselves and life. Each episode, I'll be offering insightful stories, concepts, and practical takeaways to inspire your day, reconnecting to the authentic essence within. Are you ready, lovely, to embrace yourself even more and awaken to the magic life has to offer? Let's dive into today's episode. Hello and welcome to Creating Change with Emma Bradford. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for connecting, listening to this episode. Out of all the podcasts that there are out there in the world, thank you so much for choosing to listen to this one. It means a lot. And thank you so much for sharing these with your loved ones if you feel that anyone can benefit from these episodes. Thank you so much. And with everything going on in the world, and I've said this in many episodes, there's a lot going on. It's very intense. For many people are experiencing very challenging, difficult situations, whether that's personally or just seeing what's going on in the world and feeling that collective global heaviness and fear and all these different emotions that are arising relating to all these challenging world events and situations. So I want to talk about a few things that can really help us navigate that, and really some of the most rebellious, like positively rebellious acts that we can do to create change in this world. Like rather than just plodding along and hoping that things will change and hoping that others will change, or hoping that corporations will change or governments will change or whatever it is, like whoever we consider as the people who are doing harm on the planet, on the health of the planet, and who are not looking out for the well-being for humanity or particular minority groups. It's very easy to get caught up in this victim and whoever's in power blame, like blaming whoever is the person that we consider as bad. And in this good-bad struggle, this good-bad dialogue, this is something that's very commonly shown in films as well. It's like, oh, there's the goodie and there's the baddie, and which side are you on? Now, this is a very slippery slope to go down when we start seeing things as in the good and the bad, and those people are good, or those corporations are good, or those people are bad, and those corporations are bad. And this is something that really creates more and more division. And we are one collective humanity, like one collective human race. And it's so important that we remember that every single person on this planet has a beating heart. Every single person on this planet at some level, whether they go about it in a constructive way or destructive way, at some level, they simply just want to feel loved and accepted, and to have a sense of belonging in this collective. It's really important to pay attention to this and just be mindful of, am I going along with this divisive narrative, or am I choosing to see the humanness within everyone? Am I choosing to see and connect to and respond to and communicate with that human being within? So some of the biggest things that we can do to create change in this world and to really start experiencing change in this world is, first and foremost, bring it back to ourselves. Notice what's going on within ourselves. Because every single person is connected. We are one collective. So when we are looking at things within ourselves, we are actually also on an energetic level helping to shift the vibration of the collective too. And B, as I mentioned earlier, just remembering to connect to that human heart, connect to that loving essence within everyone, like remembering this humanness within, that we're all on the same planet. We're all part of a human race. We're all on the same team deep, deep, deep within. We're all on this planet growing and evolving in the best way that we know how, and not to pay attention to any superficial division stories. And C, I mentioned about remembering the humanness within and also remembering the divinity within. So if everything in this world is made up of energy, and this has been proven many times, for those of you who are skeptical in science, has proven this many times, that everything's made up of energy, space, moving particles, vibrations. There are many different ways to describe this, and many different studies and further research out there that you can explore. If everything is made up of this energy, we're all part of this energy, this quantum field, and to really recognize the divinity within each person. So when we connect with a person, we're communicating with them, we see their blinking eyes back at us, and they are not that physical body. They are not that personality. They are the energy that is animating that personality, that is animating that physical body. And just recognizing that living, breathing essence within them, that divinity within them and within yourself too. And D, listening to a variety of perspectives. So really making sure that we're not following just one narrative, that we're open to hearing different perspectives and different ideas, and hearing, this is like one of the most forgotten skills. And this is one of the things that we've really been given an opportunity to develop in the last few years, especially, is really paying attention to, am I able to discern between what resonates and what doesn't? Am I able to discern what feels like the greater truth and what feels fear-based or manipulative? Am I able to discern that? And the only way we can actually discern between different things is to actually hear a variety of things. Because if we're only hearing one narrative, one perspective, and we shut off everything else, we're not practicing discernment. We're not able to develop that skill. And then we become reliant on someone else spoon feeding us information. And we end up actually giving away some of our power by doing that. We don't become sovereign beings by doing that. We're simply just allowing ourselves to be spoon-fed particular information without questioning and just going along with whatever that source tells us. Now, I don't find this particularly helpful. I find it, and this is probably my NLP critical thinking mind coming in, I feel it's so important that we are actually taking in a wide variety of different perspectives, hearing healthy dialogue about world events, and then using our discernment to really identify, okay, what's my truth? What's my truth? And how can I keep connecting to the human being within, that divinity within myself and others, and really start continuing to live life from the heart, really feeding that narrative that we are all one collective family rather than us versus them in whatever way that is. So these are some of the most rebellious acts that I feel that we can do in today's world, is to really remember the humanness, like connect to our body, connect to our physical body, and really care for this wonderful temple that we have in this human experience, our body, and remember the divinity within ourselves, within others, within nature, connecting to nature, really connecting to all of that, remembering that, and practicing discernment. Really being able to hear perspectives that we don't agree with. That's quite a skill, and that's a skill that many of us have forgotten because often we're so attached, our identity often is wrapped up in certain beliefs, and we're so attached to beliefs because it feels like an identity. And if anyone questions that, then it can feel threatening. Again, is that desire to feel belonging, that deep human desire to feel loved, accepted, and that sense of belonging. So when we're aware of this, we can start listening to different perspectives and being okay with not agreeing with that, being okay with other people having a different viewpoint. Of course, this is a massive topic and a very sensitive topic, especially when there are very deep things connected to this: health, well-being, the lives of others. So I guess above all, the message is to really listen to your heart, listen to your intuitive knowing, listen to that discernment, and just keep remembering that you have this wonderful physical body to use in this lifetime. And deep within every single human being, there's that humanness and there's that divinity. There's that energy that is animating their personality and their physical body. And we are all one. We are all part of this collective consciousness. We are all each sparks of that collective consciousness. Almost like a web of light. Each spark connects with the other. Now, we might not see this, though we can certainly feel this and notice what happens when there are massive world events or natural disasters. Everyone comes together, everyone starts sending love and compassion and organizing help and aid. That human heart is so amazing. So let's keep connecting to that. Let's keep connecting to the human heart within ourselves, within others. And this is one of the most radical acts of change that we can do. Thank you so much for listening to this episode, beautiful. You're amazing. All resources and links can be found on my website, www.emmabradford.net. Link is in the show description. Do come and join my community and share your takeaways from this episode. I'd really love to hear. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. Until next time, I wonder, what magic will you experience in life today?